Hey guys, what is up? You might be seeing the title of this video and you're like, what kind of clickbait is this? It's not. I'm gonna show you with receipts today, which is so crazy. We're just really doing it. I'm gonna show you guys how I made YouTube into my full-time career and how you can too. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Brooke. I'm 23 years old. I currently live in New York City and making videos for this channel is currently my full-time job. What the heck? I get asked literally all the time how I was able to grow my channel and my platform to this point and kind of gain consistent viewers. So I wanted to direct everyone to this video. If you guys are new to my channel, this is the first time you're seeing my face, definitely subscribe. I'm doing videos every single day coming up in December for Vlogmas. We have fun around here. And I also make money through other ways like my podcast. I have a podcast. We do new episodes every Wednesday. It's called Gals on the Go. I also make money from YouTube sponsorships, which we won't get into in this video. And then also through Instagram sponsorships as well and affiliate links. So like if I'm linking to items or whatever. Today we're going to be talking about YouTube Adsense, and how to grow your channel. So yeah, I'm making money through multiple streams of income, but I am honored to say that as of recently, I guess as of the current, like the last like year till today, so like last November to this November, I would be able to just do YouTube as a full-time job, like just like uploading videos, like that's it. Isn't that kind of crazy? I feel like we're lacking a lot of like transparency when people say, you know, that they do YouTube and stuff. So I want to show you guys real numbers, and I don't know, I might hate myself for doing this later, but I just want to be really open with you guys and show that it's possible for anyone to achieve this. I've been making videos for 10 years, I will say, which we'll get into kind of in the tips, but first we're going to open up my AdSense and I'm going to show you guys what I've been making recently. As you can see here, this is my channel, and these are my views, and this is all of my data, which is pretty personal. My estimated revenue for the last 28 days, my revenue from YouTube is $12,392. This is insane. And if we want to go back here, because you can go, I really like analytics because you can like go back. So we could do, in October, my estimated revenue was $12,242. And in September, my estimated revenue was $12,936. This is insane, you guys. And the reason why I'm telling you and flexing myself is because you can do it too. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Truly, I say that with confidence. Boy, I like have to breathe because it's like crazy. This was always a dream of mine to be able to do this all, and for so long I felt like it wasn't attainable, but it truly is. So this video I'm going to be giving you guys tips on how to start and grow your YouTube channel, and towards the end I'll be giving you tips on AdSense. So if you're confused on like where those numbers come from and how you're able to make money like that, like you probably saw in the thumbnail and stuff like that, that will be at the end. But first we'll do general tips. It's gonna be a loaded video. I also want to say I was inspired by a few people for this video. My friend Natalie Barbu, Kelly Stamps does amazing videos like this. This is not an original concept. I feel like I have to say that. You guys know my channel. I have at this current moment 232,000 subscribers. That is a huge number, but it's not nearly what other YouTubers on the platform who honestly are probably making similar money to me make. So there's a few like reasons for that, but this is really how to make YouTube your full-time job, how to grow your YouTube channel and do it without having millions and millions of subscribers, because you can do it full-time and you don't have to have those crazy numbers. Okay, so first we're gonna get into the general tips. First up is consistency. If anyone's looking to start a channel, I get this all the time. Brooke, like people in my personal life or whatever, they'll be like, Brooke, I want to start a channel. I'm like, okay, are you prepared to put in the time and work? You can't just post once and disappear. You can't post once and expect to go viral. While yeah, YouTube has an ability, like you can have a video pop off and like grow overnight, that happens to like 0.001% of people. The rest of us have to put in the time and the work. Like I said, I've been doing this for 10 years and just now I'm like making this amount of money, you know? So it's about the work, whatever that means to you. And that doesn't mean that you have to go crazy and post, you know, 3 times a week or every day, but set something that's realistic and attainable for you. Maybe it's posting, you know, once every 2 weeks, but a really good video, or once every week. I try to strive for personally 2 to 3 videos a week, and that's what I have found to be successful for me. So I'll be sharing my tips along the way, like what works for me. It's not even with YouTube though, like that's with all social media platforms. I find that the most successful creators that I follow are the ones that are consistent. On Instagram, on TikTok, you gotta not just post once and disappear, like you have to regularly be posting content and engaging with your audience. If you want it to be your job, you have to take it it like a job. I think that's a huge tip too. What is making you different? How are you standing out? I don't mean to hurt your ego, but there's literally 8 million bloggers on YouTube right now, probably more. And so many of us like in this same bubble, we're posting the same kind of videos. And to me, it's just freaking boring. It's the same kind of content. It's what you see everywhere. And I'm like, what? There's nothing original. And I know that I'm like part of that problem. I'm trying to do some different stuff, okay? But I just feel like everyone on YouTube is a little too similar. Like they find a format that works and they copy and paste other people's. You can't copy, like just because you like someone's vlogs doesn't mean that you should copy their font and copy their, you know, video editing style because it will work for you. There already is an Emma Chamberlain. Like she will always be the Emma Chamberlain, you know? So my thing is, how do you stand out? And it doesn't even need to be anything crazy. Like I know it's really difficult honestly to be 100% original right now because it feels like everybody's already taken up a certain space. But think about like, do you have a special talent? Do you have like a twin sibling? Do you maybe have a really cool job? Or could you document like your experience in life in a very unique way? I think that is so cool and that is an opportunity to shine. Next up is to actually check your analytics and use the data there. It's there for a reason, and it's gonna show you what your audience wants to see. You could go watch other videos on like how to read your analytics and everything, but basically you go to analytics and then go to advanced mode. You can sort through a lot of different stuff on there. And it comes down to as simple as views even. If you've created, you know, one video that really popped off, what was so special about that video that made it do really well? Was it the way that you titled it or the thumbnail, or was it the actual content of the video that your audience is interested in learning more about that subject or seeing videos similar to that? They probably are. There's just so much good info in there. Also like seeing your audience retention, like what videos do they watch for only a few minutes and then which ones do they click out of fast. There's so much good info in analytics and I feel like people, like YouTubers, don't utilize that enough. Check in there. Someone taught me this once, my old manager actually. He said, your thumbnail is like a magazine cover. So when you're clicking on a video, like you clicked on this one today, there's that like image, that thumbnail image. Are you gonna click on something that looks unappealing, that doesn't seem exciting? Probably not. That's why YouTubers utilize like clickbait and like dramatic stuff like David Dobrik style, because they want to get clicks and they want to get views, and that's what works. Not that you have to go so extreme, but find what works for you and make it appealing. Make it visually appealing. You know, I love doing like collages of photos that I've taken over those days. A screen grab of like something when I was like talking in the video. I use PicMonkey to edit mine, so you do not have to be highly skilled professional at this, like absolutely not at all. Beginners can do this. Look at a lot of things on YouTube like from a viewer perspective. If I like finish my thumbnail and I look at it, is this a video that I personally would click on? Does it well describe the contents of the video? Is this something that I would want to watch? I watch so many videos on YouTube and I enjoy them, but I think that for a lot of smaller YouTubers, the views aren't there just because the title and the thumbnail aren't as great as they could be. And that doesn't mean you have to, once again, copy other people's styles or whatever, but find what works for you. Next one, this is one that I just was talking to one of my friends who does TikTok, Zozo, about, and it's so true. Don't sell out too soon. So congrats if you know, have recently started and you're already getting some emails or DMs from brands that want to work with you or send you product. My advice is, if you're just starting or if you're looking to grow, give yourself a set time frame, say 6 months to a year. And I know you don't want to hear that. I know I'm impatient too. You have to give yourself time to grow without kind of devaluing your brand, if that makes sense. Because for every time that you're doing, and I do sponsored content all the time, you guys know that. Every time that you're doing sponsored content or something like that, like you are taking time out of building that connection with your audience or developing your own brand. I think you need to build your own brand first, and then you could do all of the monetization stuff after. And I'm not talking about AdSense. This is like for paid sponsorships, or if a company's like, hey, we want to send you, you know, a pillow, can you show it in your video? Just think very strategically about this stuff, because if you want this to be something that you could do in the long haul and you're not just looking for a quick buck, it shouldn't be important in this moment. You know, you should be willing to put in the time and work and like use it as an investment. Use the 6 months to a year of truly focusing on growing your channel, growing your Instagram, growing whatever it is. Also, by doing this, it will raise your value in the future. So if you are, you know, not taking any sponsors for a whole year, like the first one that you're going to do, that's gonna be like a big, huge announcement, a lot of anticipation behind that, and it will just like mean more, if that makes sense. And then this one, I know that you guys aren't gonna hear. I see you guys in my comments. You gotta stop asking people to collab. I am here for this collaboration culture on YouTube. I think that we can all help each other. There's, like I said, there's room for all of us to succeed. It doesn't need to be like, there's these top creators, like we can all, there's a piece of the pie for everyone. But my big thing is focus on relationships. Focus on relationships with your audience, building that relationship. Focus on the relationship with your audience and focus on the relationship with peers in your space. When you approach something so harsh and say like, hey, love your content, let's collab. It's like, do you even want to be my friend, or are you just interested in me for the clout? I feel like that's really insensitive. I mean, maybe I take it too far, but like, Like, I'm just such a person that focuses first on building the relationship, and then afterwards we can, you know, get there if we want to get there and do business. I also see stuff in the comments of my videos and other people's videos where they're like advertising their channel. They'll say like, hey, you know, I make videos too. That is so disrespectful to the creator of that video. It's basically like you're advertising your channel on their space. Like, if you think about it, it's kind of twisted. I'm not saying don't comment, but I'm just saying, like, is that really how you want to grow your channel, by commenting on other people's videos and being like, hey, by the way, I do YouTube too? It's like, we get it. If your videos are good, you're gonna get views. So just be patient and create the content and the audience will come. I would just say don't advertise your channel on somebody else's channel, and focus on the relationship as a true relationship. Like, if you care about people, ask about them, you know, be curious, but don't be in it just being like, let's collab, you know, we can help each other. Why does it have to be like that? It doesn't. But I do think it's really important to create those relationships. It's important to have friends that are in the space, just for general knowledge reasons. Like, you want to be kind of in the know of what everybody else is doing and stuff like that. So that is kind of it for my like general tips if you want to start. And I want to give you guys now some AdSense tips. Like, how am I making $12,000? I can't believe I'm saying that. A month on AdSense. And my views are not insane. Less than 1 million views per month, which is still like a big number, of course, but like I said, compared to these YouTubers that have millions and millions of subscribers, how? If you're just starting off, you're gonna first off want to get approved for AdSense, for the AdSense program. I'll put the requirements of that on the screen right here. Basically, you just have to have your channel for a little bit, have 1,000 subscribers, and follow all of the monetization policies, which we can get to. Next up, you're gonna want to make advertiser-friendly content. I know not everybody wants to hear this, and that's okay if you don't want to. Like, this is why YouTubers like David Dobrik or like a Bryce Hall don't get monetized, because they're making content that's probably rated R, just showing stuff that's not advertiser friendly, and then YouTube deems it not available for monetization. So if you want to go down that route, do it, but just know like you're probably not gonna get paid. Also, I know that certain topics are favored, so there's a higher CPM rate, which I'm not gonna like really get into that today, because this is, I could talk about this for hours. There's a higher CPM rate, which means that advertisers are willing to pay more to advertise on your videos if they're about certain topics. I know like business videos do really well. I know like beauty videos do really well, because it's a really competitive space that a lot of advertisers are trying to advertise in. Think about that maybe. So this is like my big thing, is make long videos. This is what works for me. I know not everybody's audience is willing to watch long videos, so this is totally dependent person to person, but this has worked for me. And how I've gotten my monetization up is by making videos that are literally over 20 minutes long, so that I can place multiple, you can place multiple advertisements in a video that's over 8 minutes long, but I feel so rude doing that to the audience unless it's like a jam-packed video that's like over 20 minutes long, you know? And you can go into your analytics and check your retention too. So if your subscribers aren't watching your videos for more than 5 minutes, I would keep them short. But if your subscribers are watching your videos for the whole length of time and like they want to see more, make those long videos. And this is how I really make the money here. Like, even because like I said, my views are not off the charts insane. I have a really consistent audience, and that's why I'm able to make this amount of money, because my audience is watching my videos, if not all the way through, 3/4 of the way through. And if they're hitting, you know, 2-3 ads in there, that's the equivalent of them watching 2 or 3 videos. So put in those multiple ads, but do it in a fair way. I hate when I'm watching a video and it's like every 5 seconds there's an ad, because sis, we know you put them in there. Final tip is CPM rates and just advertiser rates and all that stuff is seasonal. It's kind of like a stock market in a way. They took a huge hit like in March, like COVID times. I was like texting all my YouTube friends, like, did everybody else have this happen too? It definitely did, but then we swing back around and here we are on the cusp of the holiday season, so it's a good time. And then I noticed that they dip again in January. So even your views could be the same, but you could be making literally like half a various percentage of like whatever you would normally make, because the advertiser rates are different. Keep that in mind. It might not just be you, it might be everyone, which is why it's important to have friends in the space to like compare and contrast, you know? That's really it. I would love to start a convo with you guys in the comments and hear your tips, or give you guys even more tips. I know a lot of people charge for this sort of information, and that's just not my jam. I would rather give you guys the free content. So if you want to see more videos like this, more tips, not that I'm a pro, but I think it's really interesting that people who don't have those millions and millions of subscribers could still do as well as people who do, if you do it the Brooke way, or no, like the smart way, I guess. Everyone has a different method, of course. I don't judge. And I'm so thankful for you guys for watching my videos and providing me this life. Like, it's all because of you, and I think that's why I'm just so grateful for the audience, and like you guys really are my world. And if you guys are doing YouTube, social media, stuff like that too, you should be grateful to your audience too. I see so many, you know, people who just, they don't listen to their audience's input and they don't care what they have to say, and it's like they're the ones who are paying your bills. so you really should care. And that is gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, learned something new. I wasn't trying to flex or anything. I mean, I just wanna be more transparent. Love you guys so much. Subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you, and I'll talk to you all another time. Bye.